Hi folks, so we have another sidestep from China in the trade war. These guys are pretty smart actually. So China has just done something which is actually a huge move, and it's a bit naughty actually, to be honest. But I think we're in different terms here. So of course Trump is putting tariffs on China, not being very nice. JD calling Chinese people peasants, etc. So there is a tariff war going on between China and the United States. There's also a trade war, and you guys know that I've been kind of reporting on the trade war stuff, which is kind of like underneath the main news. So China has done it again. So today, China has legalized the counterfeiting of American products. They've legalized it. So basically, what this means is this. So use an example as like of a computer, for example. So Dell, which is an American company, will design a computer specific model and make etc. And then they'll put a patent on it and a copyright and all those kind of things. And then they'll send it off to China or Taiwan for it to be actually manufactured and assembled. Then they'll sell it all over the world, and they'll put the Dell pricing on it, or whatever the Dell pricing is. So China has just legalized the counterfeiting process. So when they get a Dell computer, they can counterfeit every single thing about it. Basically make it like a twin. They're going to call it something else, but they're going to sell it now for much cheaper than Dell would have been selling it for. And they're going to kind of like reassess intellectual property rights. This is very interesting because this really pulls the rug under a lot of US-based manufacturers, especially advanced manufacturers, who are selling their products at thousands of dollars profit. China's now going to start to do the same, but for less profit, but they can still do it, and of course they keep the work and the profit in China. Folks, my name is Nick. This also came from Reuters. I'd love you guys to let me know what you think in the comments. And this is not a huge story, but I thought it was worth reporting. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks, guys.
The bags in front of me all have a secret in common. They're known as super fakes, a new kind of designer fake bag that costs a fraction of what the original does. That comes out of manufacturers in Guangzhou, China. I was able to acquire this $2,000 bag for $100. It arrived and it looked exactly like the original real thing. I've brought it to the Celine store. I've sort of stealthily looked at it up close against the real thing, and there's really nothing that would set it apart. Authenticators at resale sites even struggle themselves with trying to figure out if a bag is fake or not, because they're so well done with the stitching, the fabric, the style of leather. Sometimes they even have the fake authentication card alongside the bag. The first super fake bag seller that I contacted was someone named Linda. She responded instantaneously with a dozen photos of different versions of the bag that I could buy from this factory, and which color would I want. It was all incredibly professional. The selling and the manufacturing, the designing are all done separately. So it's like a chain of blocks, and each block does not speak to the other one, which prevents them from all getting busted if one block is to be taken down. A fake bag may be used to carry a bit of embarrassment, a bit of shame. It's actually grown from being something that is shameful to being something that is celebrated. Influencers across the board are making videos about buying super fake bags. The entire process of buying a super fake bag myself kind of exposed me to how anticlimactic the real things are and how artificial the price is. The $2,000 for the bag is not really about the bag at all. It's about the aura of being a person who carries that kind of bag.
The petty. Since the orange pill keep fucking with everybody, China sat around and legalized counterfeit designer. They sat there and legalized counterfeit luxury items, y'all. So now, if you want to open like a Gucci store or a Rolex, if you want to, anything you want to open that is literally not the name of the actual designer, but you can still use the materials, all of that. Lord, China is coming with the heat. China is coming. This is so petty, y'all. I don't think y'all understand how big this is about to be. Like, they're basically exposing everything about America, about our goods, about high-end purses, everything. They're saying basically DHgate and all of those fraudulent sites that people use to get fakes is actually real shit. Like, it's real materials, just not made in the same factory as Louis Vuitton and shit. But we knew that.
So the next time you think you finna go into a Hermes or however you say that shit, LV store, and get one of them bags. Just remember, China just came out and said that they've been making the bags for the U.S. Huh? What? Not the designer. Not the designer that these young people be selling their soul, their integrity, and their morals for. So you mean to tell me the bags that they overcharging in the U.S. stores like LV, Prada, Gucci, Christian Dior? Remember that shit came out just a few years ago. Yeah, them bags being made in China by the same people. By the same people. People that paid these prices. Are y'all okay right now?
For everybody that used to be mad at the girlies doing their DH gate hauls, to the front, to the front, to the front, to the front. Listen, China been on TikTok exposing your favorite brands. All the Lulu girls with the Lulu on your butt, to the front. I've seen so many videos of these girls that be spending thousands of dollars, mad at girls that spend a good little $50, $60, $100 here and there for the exact same bag. And some of y'all be like, I can tell immediately. Can you? Can you? I'm sure even in the worlds of fakes, there are levels to this shit, right? But for years, we all know Nike has sweatshops. All of these other companies, they have sweatshops. And where do y'all think the sweatshops are? Y'all talking shit about Shein, but it's the same fucking quality as Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton. Same factory. We've been saying it for years. It's coming from the same manufacturers. It's coming from the same manufacturers. And y'all are like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is made in France. It's made in Beijing. They just take it over there right before it's finished, and they slap a little finishing touches on it and say, made in France. And y'all shell out thousands of dollars. And hey. Once again, I'm not against buying what you want, but this goes down to let people buy what they want. If someone wants the look of something, even if they like the look of the fucking logo and they said, but I ain't paying $12,000 for it, because it's not worth Sometimes I just want y'all to admit that y'all just like the name. Y'all just want the brand. Y'all just want people to think that you have money. You don't want it because it looks good, because a lot of times, a lot of y'all be throwing on designer from head to toe and look a fucking mess. Look a mess. Look a mess. Oh, you know how much this fit worth? I don't care. It look like shit. It look like shit. And I swear, sometimes I feel like these designers be doing this shit on purpose. They like, look, we finna make the ugliest fucking outfit called $5,000. Watch, they gonna buy it. And y'all buy it. And y'all literally buy it. When Kanye dropped his hobo collection, y'all was, oh my God, this is so futuristic and amazing. Post-apocalyptic fashions. Y'all talk shit about people that wearing Skechers, but y'all got on them big ass, bulky ass, fucking Bottega shoes, walking around looking clunky with skinny jeans on, and they have the nerve to talk about, man, you know how much I put that shit on. China said, since y'all bitches want to play with us, we finna expose you hoes. DJ T done fucked up everybody. Like, all of these companies finna be hot. I know all of these fucking luxury brands is in a group chat right now. Like, get this bitch out of here. Get him out of here. He is fucking it up for everybody. And China also said, by the way, we're going to make it easy for you to get a visa to come over here for 10 days. And you can just come buy this shit tax-free. No tariff. Not for you, baby. Not for you, baby. They haggling like, I don't know if you've ever been to China. Well, I've never been to mainland China. I've only been to Hong Kong. But I'm sure it's, relatively same type of like, culture. And this is the haggling they be giving you. Like, listen, don't tariff. No tariff for you. No tariff for you, pretty girl. No tariff for you. Okay? Don't even worry about it. Come
buy the bag. Come buy the bag. Listen, I've been... Okay, what's the street called? I don't know. I can't remember because I haven't been there. But there's this alley where they have all the designer stuff in Hong Kong. All my Navy people know what I'm talking about. All my Navy people know what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right, now.
China exposed it all, man. China just exposed it all. I told you guys in several videos, since the U.S. put that 145% tariff on China, that China was gonna come back, man. They was gonna come back. They had something on up their sleeve. I made a TikTok last night, really late last night. I said China released a statement saying that they finna release $119 trillion tsunami. And I said, what is this tsunami they talking about? Boy, did they just expose all these name brand stores over here. Not only did they expose it, they actually showed it. Gucci slides that cost them 85 cents to make in China. Over here, they slap a label on it, $300 a pair. It costs 85 cents, guys, 85 cents. They exposed Louis Vuitton, Chanel, all of that stuff that y'all walking around with thinking that y'all really got something going on, because in one country, they made it for 50 cents. And in this country, you paid 5,000 or 6,000 for it, guys. Listen, man, China, I ain't gonna lie, man. Don't be mad at the U.S. people, because it's not the U.S. people. It's the U.S. president that's making decisions. Me, as a human being, I cannot make the decisions that the president is making. But thank you, China, for exposing this corruption, because we knew all along, without China even exposing it, that we were being, I almost said the wrong word that would have got me banned. We knew that we were getting messed over for a long time, taking it right up the rear end. How do you feel, man, knowing that that Louis Vuitton bag that you're carrying right now costs you $8,500, and it cost them $2.12 to make it over in China, man? Now, China done rolled out the red carpet for us, welcoming us to be able to purchase whatever we want. I don't know, this is like a slap in the face. This is what they meant now by that $119 trillion tsunami yesterday when they released that statement, man. $119 trillion tsunami. So that's what the tsunami is. And this is going to be a domino effect on all of these luxurious stores that you guys cannot just walk into. They have security outside Gucci stores. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Go in the mall right now. You see 3 or 4 guys outside of each of the designer stores dressed in black suits and ties. They gotta open the door, only let 2 or 3 people in at a time. The whole time, we've been getting scammed. We've been getting ripped off by our own stores over in America. Now I see why a lot of stores packed up and moved to a different country. Hell, I would've did the same thing. You mean to tell me Gucci slides are only 85 cents? 85 cents? Louis Vuitton slides are only 85 cents? Cool price of $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 over in the U.S., man. All they did was put the stuff on shipping containers. They produced thousands of pairs of them, put them on shipping containers, put them on a boat, and sailed right on over to U.S. waters, where we unloaded it and distributed it throughout our stores, man. That is crazy to even find out something like this, man. Like, a lot of people should be upset, man. So all of y'all on here flexing y'all designer, that stuff only costs 12 cents, man, 85 cents. Y'all ain't doing no better than the average broke person, man. It just looks like it. How do y'all feel, man? That was a slap in the face from China, and I'm not gonna lie. Now I see what they meant by $119 trillion tsunami, because all those stores, man, if y'all in those stores right now, y'all need to leave those stores, man. Just order straight from China. Why not? Who's gonna stop you?
Nah, I'm so happy that I'm the one of them people that do not want to fake their lifestyle in order to fit in or feel like I'm somebody. Like, I'm so happy that I don't have to keep up with an image. Like, I got some bags, I got a few designers here and there, but it's not like if I don't have it, I don't feel good about myself type of person. It's not like I only want to shop at luxury stores type of girl. If y'all haven't seen it, I've been scrolling down my TikTok, and it's a girl from China basically saying how much the U.S. is brainwashed by brands. Like, stuff that really only costs $15 to make, we pay 50, 60 times more for it, and we brainwashed. Like, Chanel, $15, $16 to make. Louis, like,
all these big brands that certain people feel like if they don't have it on, they're nobody, or like they will go broke to keep up with this image. The fact that people don't know, like, they make this stuff for a little bit of nothing and you go out your way, I feel like you less than because you can't keep up with it, is amazing to me. And that's why I'm so happy I don't get caught up in all that. Like, who don't want them something nice, but to feel like I'm a nobody or I'm not doing good at life or just go out my way and put myself in major debt to have it, like, no ma'am, not doing it. And I'm so happy that TikTok is pushing these videos so some of these girls can get humble and realize, like, bitch, you want to have your way in life, but you also don't want to go broke trying to do that too, you know?
I will tell you 30 luxury brands. Some of their products are made in China. Ralph Lauren, Armani, Nike, Dior, Lululemon, Apple, Michael Kors, Coach, Calvin Klein, Prada, Celine, Swarovski, Adidas, The North Face, Rimowa, Levi's, Burberry, Versace, Chanel, Cartier, Ferragamo, Timberland, Yves Saint Laurent, Victoria's Secret, Puma, Uniqlo, Disney, Max Mara, Givenchy. The producing cost is only 1/10 of its price. Can you believe it? Follow Helen, your business advisor in China.
It ain't no way we been getting finessed like this, y'all. And China just exposed it all. So boom, Americans out here dropping 800, 1200, and even 4,000 and more on designer clothes, thinking it's all luxury. All high quality clothes, the high end stuff. But China just pulled the curtain back and showed the world that most of the stuff is made in the same factories with material that costs a fraction of the price. So we're talking shoes that cost $30 to make, but it's being sold in US for $700. And we're talking hoodies that cost $10 to make, that's being sold for over $300. And jeans that cost $50 to make, that's being sold for $500 to $1,000. That's not high end. That's robbery. Y'all, and this is the crazy thing. This is not even new. A lot of people just been blind to it. They think it just because it got a fancy label, that means it costs more. In reality, that just means the markups is better. China basically said, here y'all go. Now y'all better act like you know. And now everybody mad. They not mad at China. They mad at the brands that been overpricing this stuff they've been buying. They mad at the brands that they've been worshiping. See a sucker, lick a sucker, no diddy. They seeing now, they were never buying quality. They were buying status. And they finally waking up. All of this happened because of this tariffs. People would have never knew. Or some people was really too blind to even notice the fact. But now everything is front and center for everybody to see. So if you one of them people that dropped the check on this designer shit and now you feel played, let me know down below in the comments. Let's talk about it.
It ain't no way we've been getting finesse like this, y'all, and China just exposed it all. So boom, Americans out here dropping $800.12 and even $4,000 and more on design of clothes, thinking it's all luxury, all high-quality clothes, the high-end stuff. But China just pulled the curtain back and showed the world that most of the stuff is made in the same factories with material that costs a fraction of the price. So we're talking shoes that cost $30 to make, but is being sold in US for $700. And we're talking hoodies that cost $10 to make, that's being sold for over $300, and jeans that cost $50 to make, that's being sold for over $300, sold for $500 to $1,000. That's not my end. That's robbery, y'all. And this is the crazy thing. This is not even new. A lot of people just been blind to it. They think it just because they got a fancy label, that means they cost more. In reality, that just means the mock UPS is better. China basically said, hey, y'all go now. Y'all better act like, you know, and now everybody mad. They not mad at China. They mad at the brands that been overpricing this stuff they've been buying. They've made at the brands that they've been worshipping. See a liquor, no diddy. They see. And now they were never buying quality, they were buying status. And they finally waken up. All of this happened because of this tariffs. People would have never knew, or some people was really too blind to even notice the fact. But now everything is front and center for everybody to see. So if you wanted them, people that dropped the check on this design of, and now you feel played, let me know down below in the comments. Let's talk about it. So now we know why America really didn't want us to see what they was doing over in China. And if you don't know, click the search bar and see how China just froze America, that designer that you've been spending your money on, $200,000, $300, $400, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, all of your hard-earned money basically been going to knockoffs, if that's what y'all want to call them, Canal Street specials, if I might say. China is basically saying that your favorite designer gets their bags, their clothes, their shoes made in China, not Italy. So when you're thinking you get enough finest threads, you get them from China. And now China is saying that they got them for the low, like they've been had them, but they're just not keeping a secret no more. So what they're saying is that designer that we've been wearing, they've been making, and they make it for cheaper, and we might as well not buy that designer that we've been buying. It's kind of strange to me because a lot of people have been losing their lives to get designer. It's a lot of people that lost their lives over design. And you're telling me that China's been making it. All I could say is this trade war is exposing the rail from the fake and fake from the rail. If that makes sense, I'm out.
FYP is full of these videos from China just sharing how they manufacture luxury goods and how they're trying to just go straight to the consumers now and they don't even want to work with these brands, it seems like. I'm surprised more people didn't know that they'll, like, for example, if they're doing like a luxury bag, they'll probably make the majority of the bag in China and then they'll ship it back to whatever country it is, and then in that country they'll either add some finishing touches or they'll add their logo or some sort of something, right? They'll add something. So that allows them to be able to write made in Italy or made in America, not 100% made in America. And I'm surprised more people don't know that, but like the quality for China products are just as good. We always had this assumption that China goods are not good, but it's all propaganda at this point. And all I see right now is that China is going to keep growing and surpassing all the other countries. This is a long time coming because for a really long time, a lot of people looked down on China, but now more people are traveling to China and seeing the reality of the situation, which I think is amazing because the tides turn, I guess.
Have y'all been paying attention to how China has been exposing Americans about that designer stuff? China has came out with the truth. See, a lot of times we think we buying all these fancy bags from Italy and Europe and all of that stuff, when the real truth is, it's all coming from China. And it's costing no more than $10 or $15. But American designers, they're going over there and buying that stuff for cheap and putting a huge price on it and selling it to Americans and tricking us to think that you're wearing a $3,000 or $4,000 designer bag from Italy or Europe. So y'all better stay woke because China has came out with the truth. And guess what China said? We tired of them playing in y'all face. So we gonna give y'all the websites. We gonna put y'all on game where y'all can come and get it for cheap y'all self. China said don't go through them designers no more. China said don't go to Gucci and Prada and Coach and all that stuff. It said, I'm gonna give you the website. You can come straight to us. China said they tired of Americans playing in their face. Have y'all been up to date with this? Y'all leave in the comments and tell me what y'all think about this. Peace out. Be blessed.
So I'm the only one who been going to the flea market to get my designer? Baby, I thought we been knew China was a supplier for these designer brands. Like, this is crazy. Like, you gotta be living under a rock to know that you could go to the flea market and get you a Louis Vuitton, real or fake. These Chinese people are making this. All it takes is just the right source. They make the fake and the real. Like, we been knew this, China, and they trying to be funny. But no, they funny. They really funny. They really is him. China really is him. Where y'all think y'all uncles got them MCM belts from? Where y'all, come on. DH Gates has been that girl. Why you think I could go on there? I could go on DH Gates right now and give me a pair of Nikes, a pair of Balenciagas or Balenciagas. It really don't matter. They make the real and the fake. I just can't believe we just waking up to this. I mean, y'all just waking up to this. Y'all ain't got no flea markets where y'all stay? Baby, that be up.
So while everybody's excited about learning about these Chinese manufacturers and these vendors, there's something very important that everybody needs to know. And as y'all can see, I do not gatekeep. I lived in China for years across 2 cities and traveled to well over a dozen cities in China. And while I am all for us fighting the power against American capitalism and the overall cost that a lot of folks have been paying for some of their favorite products from some of their favorite brands. Recognize that a lot of these vendors are set up for brand, meaning that they are looking to provide services to people that need a multitude of products. What does that mean? A lot of these vendors are going to require something that is called an MOQ, which means minimum order quantity. So while you may want to just order your favorite athleisure outfit or maybe 2 or 3, they are going to be looking for people that are looking to buy 100, 500, 1,000 of a product. Now, if you're going to places like the Yellow app, you're able to buy one of your favorite style of shoe, jewelry, bag, and other types of apparel. So don't get discouraged, because this is also a time where small business can go up. You can become the neighborhood dollar store. You can become the neighborhood hair lady or beauty supply store. You could be the one-stop shop for school supplies. So if that means pulling the resources that you have or asking family, friends, associates to come in with you, this could be potentially the time to cut out the big man and be the middleman.
First of all, after finding out what I just found out about the US and China, you know, I want to say I'm highly ticked off. I'm highly upset. 3 years ago, I paid $450 for these Gucci slides at the Gucci store right here in Houston, Texas. And now China done exposed the fact that these shoes right here only cost 75 cents to produce. You know what? Real Gucci slides. I'm done. What the hell are these Gucci slides? You know what? That's over here. China, listen. If y'all watching this, China, I have nothing against y'all. I want to personally say thank you. What they did was wrong. 75 cents for Gucci slides. I got about 15 pair of these things in my damn closet. What the hell's going on, man? 75 cents? How much were these to produce? How much were these, huh? Were these another one of those famous slides that Valentino that only cost 10 or 12 cents? Listen, I'm buying direct now from the manufacturer. I'm finna start buying manufacturer straight directly. So basically, these are fake. These are basically fake. That's what y'all tell. I'm upset, man. So I've been walking around with fake Gucci slides on the whole time. You mean to tell me I could have just walked into a knockoff store and bought these same Gucci slides for $10 or $12? Nobody would have knew that they was fake. Like, people say it's the quality, but nobody's gonna walk up and say, hey, let me feel the quality of your Gucci slides. Hey, let me feel the quality of your Amiri to see if it's real. I'm upset, man. China, thank you for exposing these people. This is how I feel about these Gucci slides. Thank you again, China. We, as Americans, appreciate you guys exposing the truth. Thank you.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie. China's so petty for doing what they just did. I mean, everybody already knew, bruh, for years. I mean, if you didn't know, you lost. Like, of course, the same place where they do the reps is the same place where they break out the gym shoes. And then, look, reps or whatever you want to call it, at the end of the day, bro, design are just not that serious on either side. I feel like it's just not. If you want to wear some Nikes, cool, but with me, I've been out the designer phase. Like, I feel like, bro, a lot of people that be like, man, I want to wear Louis and Gucci. Behind the scenes, they struggling to pay the rent and shit. That's just how I go. But like I said, yeah, of course, they whacking us because we falling for it. I'm not gonna lie, we falling for it. Everybody's like, yeah, I spent a rack on a pair of shoes. You want a cookie? Like, that's crazy. You spent the band on some shoes, bruh. It's rinse and repeat, bro. They said they selling dunks over there for $1. $1. And they selling purses for like 85 cents. Like, for real, like, at the end of the day, bro, I'm not gonna lie, this right here is just crazy. I mean, when you go over there, from my knowledge, I heard everything over there is cheap. But they making the folds in the warehouse, like stitching them together, and then they come over here and they throw a crazy price on them. It's to the point they say, hey, I could come straight to us and get them. Y'all ain't even got to go through no DH gate or none of that. Come straight to us, bro. We'll sell them to y'all for our price. That's why I said, man, a lot of stuff just been going wrong lately, bro. And I never got this. Why do females be wanting to get purses that's like $4,000, $2,000? Like, it's a purse. Like, people buying Gucci or Mary, all that for thousands of dollars. Like, you just want to show people like I could spend that. And like I said, 9 times out of 10 of people that's trying to spend that be messed up behind the scenes financially. And then at the end of the day, it's like both sides. So I feel like, I don't know, man. Of course, they go try to resell it for higher over here because they just go do that. But I feel like the people that's just trying to buy like Balenci, all that type of shit from the, just leave it alone. If you can't afford it in America, you can't afford it over there. It's not that serious to look nice, bro. It's literally not that serious, bro. It's like fake it till you make it type of shit. I don't know. And then just to tell people the whole time y'all copping fake products out the store. So y'all basically doing the same thing what people doing from DHgate. It comes from the same factory. That's crazy work. The whole time it was the same. That is crazy.
China just exposed your favorite designer brand. That's right, your favorite designer brand. They said all that shit's fake. All that Gucci, all that Louis, all that Prada, all that Chanel, all that shit is fake. Ain't none of that shit real. All that shit been coming from China this whole motherfucking time. And they said you can come to China yourself now and get it for the low. Now, they said, I don't know, man. Do y'all think motherfuckers is so dumb that all they had to do was read the fucking tags? Do y'all really think these tags said made in China or made in Italy or wherever the fuck they were supposed to be made from? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't think they put, I think it had wherever the fuck it was supposed to be coming from. Because surely this many motherfuckers ain't bought no designer and ain't read on no motherfucking tag that it's made in China. But China is pissed the fuck off at the United States over this tariff war. They're exposing every little motherfucking thing they know on the United States. And they said all that fucking designer you've been buying from your favorite designer is fake. It's coming from motherfucking China. I'm your boy Kato the Boss and I'm out this thing. Pew!
Who are the suppliers of Zara in China? The supplier of Zara shoes is Yuanli Tong Shoes. The supplier of Zara coat is Tongli Clothing, and is also the OEM factory for H&M. And the supplier of Zara's knitwearing is Wanli Weaving.
This is Hermes Teddy Himalaya. It is the shared dream of all Chinese women. No, not just Chinese. It is the shared dream of all human women. Do you know how much it cost at the boutique? $250,000. And that is just the price for this bag. Before you buy it, you need to make sure that you are qualified or entitled to buy it. Which means you must have already spent more than $1 million USD at the boutique before you are allowed to see this bag, to buy this bag. But do you want to know what the price we have for our bag made by our factory? Well, I'll just tell you this. Less than 1/10 of the price at the boutique. And what you should see and know is that we use exactly the same leather. This is crocodile leather. Exactly the same as Hermes. And the hardware, gold-plated stainless steel, we use exactly the same. Everything else, stitches, thread, everything else, exactly the same. Our price is less than 1/10. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you want to realize the shared dream of all women on this planet? You know what to do.
So China just spilled the beans and said all of these luxury companies, Versace, Gucci, Chanel, Nike, Burberry, Victoria's Secret, all of these companies get their shit from China and just slap a label on them. Wow. I want to know, for the girls who have been paying full price on their shit for these different brands, how does that make you feel? Are you still willing to still support these companies, or are you now gonna go and purchase it from China? Like, I want to know, because I remember there being a whole topic on TikTok about DHgate and them having fake items versus real items. Like, this is real crazy. But it's really interesting because China say, I don't give a fuck no more. We spilling all of the beans. We telling all of the stories. America, you won't win with this. All because y'all tried to play in their face. China say, oh, we cannot be fucked with. And I love that for them. Like, whoa. Let me know what y'all gonna do. Y'all still finna be banned from these high-end places, or are y'all going to China websites or DHgate or whatever else is out there for you to purchase for? Let me know.
Secret Chinese vendors behind Louis Vuitton. LV has always denied that it has OEMs in China, but actually, Louis Vuitton has a lot of suppliers in China. Winsley in Hangzhou City supplies 90% of Louis Vuitton silk. Handbags are from Guangzhou City and Dongguan City. You can buy a similar bag of the same quality as Louis Vuitton with only $50, while it may actually cost you $5,000 in brand. If you want to start your bag business, or you're looking for a bag manufacturer with high quality and low cost, you know where to go. Follow Lily for more business tips.
Y'all pulled up with me, I would've seen y'all niggas cause I was outside.
So now we know why America really didn't want us to see what they was doing over in China. And if you don't know, click the search bar and see how China just exposed America. That designer that you've been spending your money on, $200, $300, $400, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. All of your hard-earned money basically been going to knockoffs. If that's what y'all want to call them, Canal Street specials, if I might say. China is basically saying that your favorite designer gets their bags, their clothes, their shoes made in China, not Italy. So when you thinking you getting the finest of threads, you getting them from China. And now China is saying that they got them for the low. Like they been had them, but they just not keeping it secret no more. So what they're saying is that designer that we've been wearing, they've been making, and they make it for cheaper, and we might as well not buy that designer that we've been buying. It's kind of strange to me because a lot of people been losing their lives to get designer. It's a lot of people that lost their lives over designer. And you're telling me that China's been making it? All I can say is this trade war is exposing the real from the fake and the fake from the real. If that makes sense. I'm out.
If I see any of y'all say I paid full price for a Louis, Gucci, Prada, Versace, any of that shit that is made in China, I'ma laugh at you. Yep. Because I just found out that all them hoes are the same. If you got your Gucci from DHgate, bitch, it's the same Gucci in the stores. It just got a label. Y'all ain't doing nothing but paying for a label. You label whores are about to be so pressed and so mad because y'all are not actually buying anything worth of substance. Y'all buying the same shit that we buy on DHgate, which I ain't never bought anything from DHgate.
I will tell you 30 luxury brands. Some of their products are made in China. Ralph Lauren, Armani, Nike, Dior, Lululemon, Apple, Michael Kors, Coach, Calvin Klein, Prada, Baleine, Swarovski, Adidas, The North Face, Rimowa, Levi's, Burberry, Versace, Chanel, Cartier, Ferragamo, Timberland, Yves Saint Laurent, Victoria's Secret, Puma, Uniqlo, Disney, Max Mara, Givenchy. The producing cost is only 1/10 of its price. Can you believe it? Follow Helen, your business advisor in China.
Your Chanel cosmetics, 80% are made in China and cost only $5. They just add the logo in France and charge you 10 to 40 times the price. Close your eyes. If your Chanel cosmetics says made in China, will it feel cheaper? It's not about quality, it's about brand washing. Interesting fact, who makes Chanel cosmetics? 42% are crafted by Chinese artisans. We don't do cheap goods, we do understand luxury.
You know who is producing high quality accessories for those luxury brands like Chanel, Estee Lauder, L'Oreal?
You're saying you're the supplier behind all those beauty accessories for those big luxury brands?
La Brea, MAC, Chanel, Bobbi Brown, and even Rosewood Hotel.
Last week we also received an order, Royce Den. Yeah, the comb like 20,000 pieces, one color.
Wholesalers, it's 2024 and you still don't know who are the suppliers behind Dior? Their knitwears and cardigans are from Beyond Garments from Hangzhou. Beyond Garments is also the supplier behind many luxury brands from America and Europe like Sandra, Maj, Versace. Second, most of the Dior's cosmetic products are actually produced by Taiho Group, which is also the supplier behind Lancome and Loewe. Third, 24-hour packaging technology from Shenzhen provide exquisite packaging and bags for Dior. Of course, Dior has their own factories in many countries, supplies different products for them.
Many celebrities have reacted to all of the fashion manufacturer videos that have been circulating. First up, Kim Kardashian said, "I know everyone would love it to be true, but it's not." Next, Kylie Jenner said, "This is so crazy." Next, Zendaya said, "Well." Next, Bella Hadid said, "Anyone can just go online and say this." And finally, Naomi Campbell said, "This is so disrespectful to all of the craftsmanship behind all of these brands." A viral factory video from China has caused massive drama online. High-end fashion fans are seriously questioning what they're paying for. One of the biggest recent shocks came from a Chinese worker who says that huge brands like Louis Vuitton and Zara are getting tons of their stuff made in China, even though they pretend it's all made in Europe. The video names two major locations where this is happening, Guangdong and Dongguan. According to the worker, over 50% of Louis Vuitton bags are made in those cities. That's not all. 90% of the brand's silk apparently comes from a place in Hangzhou called Huaxili. This shocked a lot of people online, mostly because luxury brands charge thousands of dollars for these items, and the quality is always described as premium or handmade. But the worker says a manager at one of these factories told him it only costs around $15 to make something that looks just as good as the real thing. It's led to a ton of discussion on social media about whether luxury fashion is even worth it anymore. Some people feel like they've been lied to. Others say they don't care because what you're paying for is the logo and status, not the materials. But even with all the attention, these brands haven't said anything official about the claims. Louis Vuitton hasn't confirmed or denied using those factories, and Zara has also stayed silent. Still, the fact that factory workers are now speaking out has created a lot of hype, and it's made more people curious about what really goes on behind the scenes in the fashion industry. There are even rumors that more workers from other factories might start sharing what they know too. If that happens, it could change how people think about luxury brands forever. Fans online are speaking up on the situation, and the reactions are all over the place. One fan said, "Luxury brands have been lying for years. This just proves it. I'm never buying from them again." Another fan said, "Honestly, I don't care where it's made. If it looks good and feels good, I'm still wearing it." And finally, one more fan said, "It's wild how they charge thousands for something that costs $15 to make. That's not luxury, that's just business." For this video's comment question, would you ever have guessed that these companies make their clothes in China? Before you go, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for daily news updates on your favorite celebs. Thanks a lot for watching.